I hate summer. I hate summer with a burning passion, man. It's so bad. It's so bad, dude. Yesterday, it was extremely stormy, which is not cool. And today, for some godforsaken reason, when I was making my bed, I found the biggest spider in my shits. Not funny. Not funny. Why? Why do I have to suffer? Okay, let me stop the music. Let's bring up different music. And let's read some stuff. This week has been a thing. It has been a thing. I don't know what else to say here. Okay, hold on, let me... There we go. Not that one, this one. Oh, I guess killing me. I need to sleep more. I always say that it's so difficult. It's so difficult with this heat. So difficult, man. Let's see. What do we have today? Bunch of stuff, kind of silly, but I think it's important. I think it's important. Let's see. This one. Yay. Dude, I read this the other day on social media. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe this. It's so insane. Absolutely insane. Apparently, Adobe has changed their terms of use, not terms of service. It's not the same. Similar, but not the same. And it's wild. It is absolutely disgusting. But the worst of all is that apparently this has been in effect since February. That is almost half a year already. More like 4 months, but let's read. I think this article has been updated today, which is interesting. People are unhappy. There you go. People are unhappy with Adobe's spyware-like terms of service update. Photoshop, Substance 3D, and other Adobe products are now required to provide the company with unlimited access to their creations. Unlimited access! China! Probably even worse, to be fair. From 8th level, which is this site. That finds itself under fire for its recent spyware-esque terms of service update, which forces Photoshop and Substance 3D users to provide the company unlimited access to their projects. They have a screenshot here that reads... I read something. It is a little bit small. Clarify that we may access your content through both automated and manual methods, such as for content review. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. And we have a clarification from Jeremy. From Jeremy. I'm not saying that name out loud. Too risky. Too risky. We're not accessing or reading substance users' projects in any way, shape, or form, nor are we planning to or have any means to do it in the first place. I fail to see the point of doing so. Never serious company in the industry would drop us immediately if it was the case. Yeah, but that's not what you were saying, right? It's literally in the terms of use. I don't understand. I don't understand. Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. UPD of the UPD? I have no idea. Jeremy, assistant to the Ecosystem's product director, commented on the situation, saying that Adobe is not accessing or reading Substance users' projects in any way, shape, or form, nor are we planning to or have any means to do it in the first place. Are you sure about that? Let me lower the music though. Let me lower the music. I think it's a little bit too loud, perhaps. There we go. I think it's a little bit better. Just a little bit. Original article. Oh yeah, it was updated. This is gonna be fun. Earlier this week, Photoshop and Substance 3D developer Adobe found itself engulfed in massive controversy after the community noticed changes to the company's general terms of use. Which is a good point, okay? Which is a good point. Here they're saying the company's general terms of use. But this guy, even though he works in Adobe, is just product director for Substance 3D. So he might be ignorant about this, which is funny. Which now forces the users of Adobe products to provide the company with unlimited access to their projects. Yes, all of the projects, including those that might be under the NDA. That could be a legal disaster for quote-unquote content review and other purposes. We have here from Vetter Schneider. I like that. Stretch Winner. that is a funny username. Chris, if you're a professional, if you're under NDA with your clients, if you're a creative, a lawyer, a doctor, or anyone who works with proprietary files, it is time to cancel Adobe. Delete all the apps and programs. Adobe cannot be trusted. It cannot be trusted. Here we have, just like above, right? Clarify that we may access your content through both automated and manual methods, such as for content review. Why do you need to do content review? That's a good question. China? Could be. Not literally China, I'm just trying to say surveillance state. Here we have from that thumb Mike with a similar screenshot. Very cool thing to read when launching Substance Painter today. Not cool at all, but I appreciate the sarcasm. According to Adobe's new spyware-esque ToS, the company can access and view your creations through both automated and manual methods, and even analyze your work using techniques such as machine learning. Oh, it was AI all along. That would make sense. They can analyze your work using... Oh, I read that already. This has led many to believe that the company intends to use all user-generated content to train its AI models, which would be easy and profitable for them. As a potential alliance with Adobe's recent focus on generative artificial intelligence. Here we have another screenshot. Oh, we read this already. It's fine. Oh, I screw up shit, Lord. Keeps happening. Oh, Leonardo die? A little bit better. I'm still in the way. But you know. Access to your content. We may access, view, or listen to your content, defined in section 4.1 content below. Through both automated and manual methods, but only in limited ways, and only as permitted by law. Well, I don't know about that. Limited ways? You can say that. Permitted by law? Which law? Actual law, I guess, but shouldn't this be just illegal? I don't know. I don't think they can try this in Europe. I know for a fact that Europe has, at least in theory, some really strong laws for information security, I guess? I don't remember the proper terminology, but something like that, right? So, this could be, if they're not extremely careful, a massive lawsuit. Oh man, I can only wait. For example, in order to provide the services and software, we may need to access, view, or listen to your content to A. Respond to feedback or support requests. A little bit weird, but sure, maybe. B. Detect, prevent, or otherwise address fraud, security, legal, or technical issues. That is not your responsibility, so... strange. C. Enforce the terms as further set forth in section 4.1 below. Our automated systems may analyze your content and Creative Cloud customer fonts, defined in section 3.10 Creative Cloud customer fonts below. We don't have all of the terms here. We can look them up. I'm not gonna do it. Using techniques such as machine learning in order to improve our services and software and user experience. Information on how Adobe uses machine learning can be found here. Machine learning in order to improve our services and software. and the user experience. So, AI, I guess. I like it. I'll just move this to the side. Furthermore, the controversy drew the community's attention to section 4.2 of Adobe's Terms of Use, which explicitly states that users grant the company a royalty-free sub-licensable license. Oh, what a word! Jeez. To quote-unquote use, reproduce, publicly display, distribute, modify, create derivative works based on, publicly perform, and translate their creations. A section some found outright insulting. That's probably illegal. Let's be real. It's probably illegal. This probably infringes some sort of copyright law, I'm pretty sure. We have here a little bit bigger. Move it back, move it back. There we go. 4.2. Licenses to your content. Totally for the purposes of operating or improving the services and software, which that could be anything, to be fair. You grant us a non-exclusive worldwide royalty-free sub-licensable license to use, reproduce, publicly display, distribute, modify, create derivative works based on, publicly perform, and translate the content. For example, we may sub-license our right to the content to our service providers or to other users to allow the services and software to operate as intended, which could be anything, to be fair, such as enabling you to share photos with others. Oh boy. Enabling you to share photos with others. Just a little bit on the way, but it's there. I don't know about you, that sounds extremely illegal. What if I have some photos that you shouldn't have, let's say, of kids? Normal photos, okay? Normal photos. Just, let's say, summer vacation. You sure that isn't, like, a little bit illegal? I don't know about the US, but I'm pretty sure in other countries it is illegal. Separately, section 4.6, feedback, below, covers any feedback that you provide to us. How about you get the hell out of here? Let's go back. Once again, here from our beautiful stretch winner, Germans. Let me move the string a little bit. Ah, heck, sorry. I should have posted this before the self-promo banger writer. Here's another link to Kenny NL's Adobe alternatives on GitHub. Adobe alternatives. First one. Photoshop, Substance, Premiere. Oh no, wait. Alternatives too. I'm blind. Don't worry about it. Let me open this up. I haven't seen this. I'm pretty sure this is new. I don't remember seeing this. Okay, let me bring it up. Most of alternatives for Adobe software, originally collected by ex-Daniel Art, are improved upon by the community. Free to open issues or pull requests or creating image for sharing out of the data. The lists are always ordered with the free open source option on top, but it might not be the best alternative depending on your use case. Alternatives too. Okay, I guess this is just alternatives and that's it. Okay, alright. I think that is spicy at all. But sure, let's go back here. This is pure offensive insanity. Adobe is claiming royalty-free rights to copy and make new content out of customers' assets. Once again, sounds extremely illegal to me. Adobe is claiming that they can sub-license customers' assets to other companies, which is even worse. They describe a reasonable use case, but describe no limitations. Yes, that is one of the problems. Right, as I was saying before. Yes, you say, improving the services and software, and within reason, but That can mean literally anything. I'm not a lawyer, man, but I'm pretty sure that can mean literally anything, because it's not properly defined in many such cases. Some more stuff here. To add insult to injury, it was also discovered that removing Photoshop from a computer by Adobe uninstaller is impossible without first agreeing to those terms of use. Oh baby, did you love being trapped? I don't. Sam Santala. Also, he learns that I can't even get a hold of your support chat to question this unless I agree to these terms beforehand. You cannot even get support without accepting these changes. This is gonna be at least a PR disaster. It is already a PR disaster. Oh man. You can't even install Photoshop unless I agree to these terms. Are you kidding me? No. Hope you live in China. You are living in one. And if you thought that you could just opt out of the content analysis, well, you most certainly can, and then noted that they will still access your content in quote-unquote certain limited circumstances, disregarding your preference entirely. Once again, from Stretch Winner. They mean for making thumbnails, really? When we publicly display and publicly perform, we don't think thumbnails. I'm pretty sure that would still be wrong of them to do, if that was the case. Nothing that I upload ever is for a public performance by Adobe or Google or Dropbox. Those services were sold to us as an extension of our hard drives. And that was a massive mistake. They're useful, but they come with these problems at the end of the day. Well, what if you can opt out of the by default content processing for your proprietary assets? And what's that? Adobe will, under certain limited circumstances, in order that the little graphic is switched to off. There's no true way to opt out. Many such cases. Just like Windows. Just like Windows. You can opt out somewhat. You like the freedom you had before, right? It's not coming back. It sucks a lot. Despite the massive backlash, the company itself has commented on the situation and, at the time of writing this, hasn't revised the terms of use, considering that the changes to the ToS were apparently made as early as February 2024 and have remained unchanged since then. It wouldn't be unfair to assume that Adobe might adopt a waited-out approach and refrain from taking any action to address the public outcry. Yeah, probably. Probably. Didn't the guys at PayPal do something like that some time ago? Like, oh yeah, we can steal your money. Oh no, we're so sorry. We didn't mean to do that. A couple of weeks later, we can steal your money. You don't hate big companies enough, let me tell you. Earlier, Microsoft also came under fire for a similar reason, following the introduction of Recall, the company's upcoming AI-powered feature for Windows 11 that makes screenshots of everything you do, making any app, website, document, or email you have opened on the computer accessible through the created timeline. We read about this the other day. I don't like it. It's making me shiver. And apparently this is the future. Complete surveillance by big corpos. Disgusting. Don't forget to join, yada yada yada. They only had 3 comments. Let's read them. From bottom to top, why not? Sounds like a class action lawsuit waiting to happen. That's what I'm saying. Like, mom, at the 8th level. Oh, yeah, one of the guys we saw the tweets. Sam Santella. And another anonymous user here. It seems that you cannot even log into your account without agreeing to the terms of service. I messaged the virtual chat until it connected me to an agent and asked to have my subscription cancelled. I was asked to wait 48 hours while the terms of service were being reviewed by Adobe. So I hope there has been enough pushback on this already to enact some change. We can only hope. We can only hope, but even if we do, they're gonna try that again. It always happens. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? What else do we have? Oh man, I saw this too, and this is funny. I hope this has absolutely everything because I saw some other stuff about this on social media. Let me bring it up, and I will have a sip of my water. Star Wars, man, Star Wars. Man, grab this back. Because why not? Or something like this. I believe every single new Star Wars thing that comes out is worse than the last. Jeez. So well. The Acolyte showrunner, Leslie Headland, strange short name, not gonna lie, says preview audiences regularly praise series as the gayest Star Wars. And let me tell you, I've seen this on social media, and I love that post. I don't think I have that on tap. Unlucky. Actually, I can look it up. Because it's really funny. It is really funny. If I look it up like this, yeah, I don't think I can find it. A couple of days. Something like this, maybe? No. Something like this, maybe? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I did have it on tap, actually. Because I liked it. On the Twitters. That's really useful. Okay. Let me pull this up. And we have here. Stimper declare nerds are gay, and Helen openly said, with delight, that people have told her it's the gayest Star Wars. Yes, I think that Star Wars is so gay already. I mean, you have to see the... how you seen the fits, Jesus Christ, I'm trying, okay? People like, look how gay this is, and then send each other a reference photo. Stimper further explained, and we have this guy, Charming. Challenge, is this statement A. Cultural dialogue in 2024. B. Bullies in 2010. I'm gonna give you my opinion. It is actually both. It only depends on who's saying it. Because, from what I've seen, it appears to be extremely gay. Derogatory. And I don't understand why, it's just strange to me, okay? It's just strange. It's supposed to be an AP for nerds, okay? Extremely gay, just... doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Let's keep reading. I've seen some more stuff. Let's see if I have to bring that up. According to showrunner Leslie Headland, those were privy to early previews of The Acolyte, routinely walked away from the series believing that it was the gayest piece of Star Wars media ever conceived. Oh, hold up. Oh man, I hadn't actually read this thing before, so... Do you think they might have said, yes, it is the gayest piece of Star Wars media, derogatory? There's a good chance that was the case, and they did not understand because they're so deep in the ideology. Oh baby, this could be extremely hilarious in a really unintended way. Oh man, it's funny. I'm loving this. I'm loving this already. I'm so sorry for all the Star Wars fans, but there's nothing new. Star Wars has been a disaster for the past 10 years, at least. From assistants to Harvey Weinstein. Oh, what the hell? This is not looking good, dude. Debating on the topic while speaking to The Rap's Drew Taylor in promotion of the series' upcoming premiere. Asked by Taylor, this is arguably the gayest Star Wars by a considerable margin. Are you excited about that? Embracing that? Are you excited about how this is going to be a talking point? It's gonna be a talking point. It's not gonna be a good talking point. the good talking point would be, oh man, this series is so good. Now, we've seen what happened with Doctor Who. Now, will they ever learn? Actually, no, I don't think they will. The showrunner began her response by first pushing back, "It's not the case Star Wars," before questioning, "Is it going to be a talking point?" Yes, actually, because you made it a talking point. Oh my god. This is one of those situations where you don't even know if you should cry or laugh. I will laugh because I'm not really a big Star Wars fan. I mean, I guess the movies are okay, unless the first three prequels are okay. I appreciate them for their meme value. The rest, no. In turn, series star Emma Stenberg, herself being interviewed alongside Headland, explained to the showrunner that the subject will become a talking point because nerds are gay. What did they mean by this? Dude, it's the 90s. It's just like in the 90s. What the hell? Nothing has changed. Now, obviously, being a little bit sensible here, we must ask, what is about being nerd that is inherently gay? Not derogatory, I mean. Okay. I would understand if that was supposed to be an insult, which might be, I don't know. Maybe gay doesn't mean anything, so we can use gay for everything again. And since it doesn't mean anything, you cannot get offended, right? That would make sense, so that's probably not what's happening. Pushing back against the actress's excitement, Taylor responded with clarification, well, some nerds are very not gay, and are very threatened by gay stuff. Threatened? I don't think that is the correct word to use here. Obviously, you're changing stuff that nerds like, and turning it into stuff they don't like. Why would they appreciate that? Doesn't make any sense. And some nerds are very not gay. Let me tell you, most nerds are not gay, okay? They're not. Maybe if you stopped looking just at the gays, you would know. Just at the gays, that sounds so wrong, man. To which Stenberg admitted, well, that's true, but in my world, nerds are gay. Oh, I understand, it was just headcanon all along. Okay, sure, if you're this crazy, why should we listen to you? Why should we watch your product? Doesn't make any sense. After her actual response, Helen then asserted, no, I don't think so. The people have told me that it's the gayest Star Wars. Yes. Derogatory. And frankly, she left to Taylor and Stenberg. I'm into it. Yeah, that's pretty much my face. What the fuck? Also, apparently, it's brimming with DI, which makes sense. But you know. From there, Stenberg defended Headland's denial by observing, I think that Star Wars is so gay already. I mean, have you seen the fits? What do you mean, the fits are gay? Aren't they supposed to be, like, Asian inspired? Or just literally Asian? Huh? Well, Asian people are gay. Good to know. With like, look how gay this is, and then send each other a reference photo. I guess, recalled Stenberg. Building up on the actor's anecdote, Helen further laughed. Are you telling me with the straight face that C-3PO is straight, and I think it's canon that R2-D2 is a lesbian? Did you know those are droids? They're not people. They don't have sexual preferences because they cannot have them. Huh? This is just subversion, dude. This is just subversion. They just want to fuck up everything that you enjoy. Once again. But now they're being at the step of, it is happening, but it's good. You cannot hate them enough. Common publicity is that The Acolyte will feature some amount of LGBT themes during a May 2023 interview with Empire magazine. Speaking to her segment regarding the series featuring a female villain, the showrunner explained, when I was a young queer girl, I was just hanging out with Ursula the Sea Witch from The Little Mermaid. As a queer girl growing up, if you don't identify with the heroes, and the villains show up and they are all queer-coded, they're like, yes, that's me. What's with the gays? And self-identifying with the worst villains in fiction. And probably sometimes in real life. What did they mean by this? That is so strange to me. I don't understand. That seems to me like a weird admission of character. Okay? And how the fuck is Ursula the Sea Witch queer-coded? Because she's fucking fat? Huh? Just say directly that you're evil. It will be easier for everyone. Holy shit. As a queer filmmaker, you're gonna see some camp GTS of the series production direction. Inevitably. But I would say that tonally, our references are darker. No. No. Absolutely not. Also, I always find this funny. We saw this too a couple of weeks ago with them Doctor Who's. Doctor Gay, my bad. Queer filmmaker. So, since you're gay, everything you make has to be gay. You cannot be normal. You're actually validating points from the 50s and 60s with this. Because, by your own admission, you cannot be normal. I don't think that is good, but... Holy shit, dude, look at this! Look at this! She looks like an actor. Yes, an actor from the 80s. Wild. But for many Star Wars fans, the Acolyte is now separating the idea of the Force exclusively on Disney Plus. Yes, apparently. The Force is literally female. It's a woman now. As if the captain say something here. Can you just... No, let me have this, just in case. I trust their moderation, but you never know. Wait, hold up, this is funny. This is funny. From Angry Rodent. I don't think Helen understands the English language. If she believes the preview audiences, we're praising the show. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Now, I take that back. Helen does know that the audiences were really saying... knows what audiences were really saying, and is trying to protect Stenberg from the reality like some stage mom. Once again, acting like moms. Lady, what's more cruel? Letting a child believe one thing only to have the ugly truth tear away those illusions? Or telling them up front what's going to happen and preparing them for it? Either one of two things happened. Either they got a curated audience, or she's flowed out the line through her teeth. I believe either at this point. Fair, that is fair. They're desperate to sell their show, many jobs are possibly on the line. Yes, yes. I want to bring a couple of more things up regarding to Star Wars in general, not only the Acolyte, but let me investigate a little bit more in the comment section. Wow, the show is going to be an epic bomb, yeah. Holy shit, dude! You cannot say that! You cannot say that! That is wild! Look at this. How many women do you think she fed to old Harvey? Jesus Christ! That's a fair point, but holy fuck, dude. building up on the actor's anecdote. Yeah, no, they were robots. Robots designed as those two were are neither male nor female, and neither of them had any sexual proclivities to speak of. Yeah. This is the best part. I did it too. Only ever made random noises. Really have no idea what R2 was saying. Looking by the responses from the other characters in the movie, R2 was highly, sometimes scathingly sarcastic. As a famous sarcastic, certainly. Why do you have to side them sexist? Come on. It's fucking right, it's a joke, man. Shut the fuck up. I don't think it's a joke, okay? I think it's a joke. Let's see. Do I have that on tap? Let me take a look. Let me take a look, see. Oh, hell yeah. I have one of the things on the list. I have one of them things at the list. I'll bring it up. I'm discussing films! Oh look, trending. Rip Doctor Who. Yep, apparently. Leslie Hedlund says she's always wanted to explore a live-action Knights of the Old Republic series or movie. I think it would be a really interesting story to bring to life. And apparently, let me bring up the sauce here. Holy shit, why is this in Brazilian? What? Huh? Why is this in Brazilian? Portuguese, I guess. But you know. It's .com.br, after all. Okay, do they make mention of... No. No, they don't. Okay. Maybe it was not this one, though. Which would be a little bit unlucky. But from what I've seen, apparently... they are so fucking poor that they would have to crowdfund this if they wanted to make this series or movies, movies. And of course, you have people wondering, "Oh, what happened with all the money you were raking?" Well, let me tell you, they're probably not raking money at all. Not now, at least, which is. Well, I admit that this has been a massive flop for several years. I think they have actually made money since... What was the name of the movie again? The second sequel? I don't know, I don't remember. That was bad, dude, that was bad as fuck. So... I hope they crash and burn. Also, I've seen some people, some normies that I follow, being like, "Oh, but why is the director saying, the director producer?" I'm never sure about their position. "Oh, but they're saying that they want to see white men crying. Why would they say that?" Well, it is easy to understand. It's not about making Star Wars stuff. It's always about ideology and fucking you over and making you a little bit depressed. Speaking of depression, I hope this is good. To be fair, I hope this is good. Amazon greenlights live-action Yakuza series Like a Dragon. Taps Kamen Rider Tribe star to play Kiryu Kazuma. And to be fair, yes, the Yakuza series could actually work as a live-action, unlike many others. But this is Amazon, and I don't know how to feel about it. They're gonna need a fantastic casting, and I don't know if they can pull that off. Once again, Amazon. Do you guys remember the Onion Rings of Power? Yeah, I hope it's better. In sort of fealty to the Tsushima family, Amazon has officially announced that a live-action adaptation of Sega's Yakuza video games is now in production for their eponymous streaming platform. From the game, that's okay. Titled Like a Dragon, after the series' original Japanese name, the 6-episode miniseries will reportedly be set in 2 time periods. 1995 and 2005. That follows the life, childhood friends, and the repercussions of the decisions of a fearsome and peerless Yakuza warrior, Kiryu Kazuma. The strong sense of justice, duty, and humanity. So I'm gonna guess this is 0. Well, maybe 0 if we're lucky. I think that was late 80s actually, so I don't know. Maybe Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2. 1 and 2, okay. Kiwami is just the remake. Not only, given the 2 specific years mentioned in the live-action series synopsis, it appears that the series will begin by adapting the events of the original 2005 Yakuza title. They are made as Yakuza Kiwami, which begins in 1995, with Kiryu being sentenced to a 10-year prison sentence for murder he did not commit before later picking back up in 2005 as he emerges back into the world and attempts to clear his name. Happened again, dude? What's wrong with you? The June 3rd exclusive from Variety is Patrick Frater and Naman Ramakatran. Is this gonna be DI? Maybe not, okay, maybe not. I'm not saying that. The project will be directed by Taki Masaharu, Underdog Part 2, and Takimoto Kengo, Kamen Teacher, and star none other than Kamen Rider Drive lead Takeo Chiriyama as the aforementioned Kiryu Kazuma. Meanwhile, its screenplay and story will be provided by Sin Crouch. Oh, Americans, why would you do this? The Exorcist TV series. And Nakamura Yugo, with the Japanese version of the screenplay being provided by Yoshida Yasuhiro, Plague, and Yamada Kana, Harikon. What? Hold up. Are you going to have different versions between the West and Japan? That doesn't make any sense, I don't like it. Let's see. Takeo Chiriyama. He seems a little bit too young here. He should have more of a square face. He doesn't look bad. I would need to see him as Kiryu. I guess this could potentially work. It's not the worst, okay? It's not the worst. A statement provided to Variety, a representative for Amazon Prime, posted that, like a dragon, showcases modern Japan and the dramatic stories of these intense characters. They're intense, alright, such as the legendary Kazuma Kiryu, that games in the past have not been able to explore. Oh god, no! Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Games in the past have not been able to explore. You know, the stories from the games, right? Oh god. Are they going to make him lame and gay? Amazon did. Not even once. Not even once! My war levels are skyrocketing at this point. Having his own thoughts in the project, Toki reportedly asserted, I have poured out my heart, soul, and the experience that I have garnered over 35 years into Like a Dragon Yakuza. Further, Amazon MGM, isn't that Metro Golden Mayer? Did Amazon buy that at some point? I have no idea. Studios head of International Originals, James Farrell, Americans, declared the unfettered appeal for Japanese content from within Japan and other parts of the world has been growing exponentially, while Prime Video Japan continues to offer a variety of content across genres. Adapting an internationally popular game franchise that has such deep resonance and layered characters presents a unique charm and makes for an extremely compelling watch. Yes, I agree with that. However, I don't think you have anyone from the games. Shouldn't you have a director a producer, maybe a script writer from the games to properly understand the characters and the setting. This is looking bad. This is looking kind of bleak at the moment. Look at him. Look at him, he's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It can work. I guess it can work. He doesn't have the proper nose, but what can you do, honestly? Maybe with some makeup. It needs a little bit of stubble and whatnot. It can work. I guess it can work. Hey, hello, Jim's Natividad? How you doing? We're reading a little bit about the Yakuza live action at the moment. However, perhaps the most notable of those two commented on the series announcement was Masayoshi Yokoyama, the current head of Yakuza development studio, Ryuga Studio. Okay. But are they involved or not? I have no idea! Since the day I first put pen to paper on the original Yakuza script, I never once thought about revisiting any of my work on the series, said Yokoyama, who has served as a writer and producer on every Yakuza entry since his very first release. It's because I understand all too well the challenges and hardships that come with remaking a finished title, which they did with Kiwami, I guess. I don't know if it counts. I don't know how much they remade that game. However, if I were ever sent to the past through some kind of cosmic joke, this is the experience I'd want to create. If I had to go through the ringer, anyhow, I want to make the most engaging versions of Kamurocho on Kazuma Kiryu I could. And this show has it all. To be fair, it is the current head of Ryuga Gotoku, and not the old guy. I don't remember his name, but he didn't retire, but he left the company soon after Like a Dragon released. I'm not gonna say there was some, how to put it, creative differences, but it could be. It could be, because you have to admit, the Like a Dragon games are really different. Well, the games let you experience their world through the subjective lens, which makes sense. This adaptation will be the ultimately objective way to enjoy the show. You fucked up. Objective way to enjoy the show. Makes no sense. Let's be real, it makes no sense. He concluded. I have no doubt. Oh my god, I'm dying today. I have no doubt that fans of the series will be drawn to how it brings the games to life and adds new surprises. What kind of surprises? Newcomers, I'm sure, will find themselves invested simply in the gritty realism of the show. I mean, yeah, it is realistic, but it's also really goofy. I don't know what to tell you. I need more water here. I'm dying. And currently, Like a Dragon is set to hit Prime Video in 2 batches of 3 simul-dubbed and subbed episodes, with the first releasing on October 25th and the second on November 1st. 2024? That's not a long time. I don't know what to tell you. After what they did with Fallout, Wheel of Time and Lord of the Rings, I won't even give this a chance. I'll stick to Clarkson's Farm. Fair. To be fair, if you like Yakuza, Like a Dragon and whatnot, I don't think you should give money to Amazon. It's fine if you enjoy the product, but Amazon doesn't deserve money. Those are really live-action theater shows which capture the weakness the games have as well. They're not bad, I assume, either. I always bet against Amazon in any country getting live-action adaptations right. This will be a stunning display, mediocrity at best. Unlucky. Now, there will be Black Yakuza members, one there. I would hate for the show to be non-inclusive. You silly guy. I know what you did there. After the games fell to the woke mind virus, this can only be garbage. It did what happened. They kinda did. They kinda did. I remember reading about this stuff back in... Geez, February? Oh, February once again. Interesting. The game director admitted that he consults Western SJWs about what's offensive and removes it from the game. You can find the article on this website. We read that before. Yeah, I remember that. Holy shit, I remember this. I mentioned this last week, but I remember this. As with Kakegurui, I worried in advance about how they'll handle the thematic homoerotic vibes. It's gonna be lame and gay. Because we all know very well how modern Hollywood handles such things. But one way or another, it's good that this will be a Japanese live-action game, and not the transfer of the story to the US or Canada. Yeah. Oh? I like how the site covers up his face instead of featuring it. This guy must be smoking something. Hard to tell what to expect with this. Amazon Japan has had some pretty good content, like bringing back Takeshi's Castle, Kamen Rider Black Sun, and their original game show content. Just don't know how they will capture some very established characters like Majima and Kiryu are so tied to a specific look, swagger, and voice. Voice is gonna be a big point here. A point, but I'm not charitable, especially since in their inoffensive output has been mediocre at best. Yep. Speaking of Kakegurui, they have something here bonding into comics. I only saw that on the Twitters, so I don't know. Do you have... Yes, you have a search function here. Kakegurui. Yes, yes they do. And it's bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. I've never seen or read Kakegurui, okay? So, we can only read this in kind of an objective way, I guess. Let me blow my nose first, actually. So, let me mute for a second here. It's bad, man. It's bad. Netflix announces Bet, a live-action and race-swap adaptation of Japanese manga Kakegurui, Compulsive Gambler. And we can see here the characters. This article is filled with the original characters, but we can see the cast later, okay? You can see pretty appealing anime whammies. Makes sense to me. In apparent proof that their respectful handling of One Piece was more of a fluke than their new standard. To be fair, I've seen some people saying that actually One Piece was ass, but you had a bunch of normies, and from what I've seen in social media, the average One Piece fan is not the brightest tool in the crayon box, okay? So, cut them some slack. They're probably trying their best. Netflix has given the green light to a live-action, race-swapped miniseries adaptation of the popular Japanese gambling manga Kakegurui, Compulsive Gambler. Really appealing anime whammies here. Written by Homura Kawamoto and illustrated by Toru Naomura, Kakegurui centers on the prestigious Hyakko Private Academy, an elite Japanese high school whose social hierarchy is determined not by students' talents or achievements, but rather their successes in the student council's underground gambling ring. Japan. It's always wild. Enter Yumiko Tomomi, a transfer student with a knack for strategy and a compulsion to chase the thrills that gambling has to offer. Really appealing anime weapons. I don't read the manga. Netflix will touching anything is a red flag. It is a massive red flag. Also, I just read about the Yakuza live action, and even though it's Amazon, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I hope it's good, because I play Yakuza 0 and I think it's a really fun game. We'll get to the other games at some point. But it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Especially with Yakuza games. The characters are really well known, they have specific designs, and the voices are really good. Oh yeah, that makes sense. This manga is from Square Enix, really famous for censoring a bunch of stuff lately. They had a really stupid manga reader that would even censor knees. They're so sexy, man. They're so sexy. Oh my god. Throwing himself into the school's secret pastime, string of victories results in Yumiko throwing the ire of the student council themselves, they need a little bit of proofreading here. Okay? I'm not crazy. This is like the third typo I read today here. All of whom, twice, it's really important, find themselves rowing uneasy with the potential threat that raven-haired high roller presents to their status. Seeking to preserve their seats of power, the student council responds to Yumiko's arrival by agreeing to make a concerted and collective effort, and often dishonest, makes sense, you need the conflict here, effort to make her collective effort, and often dishonest effort. Dude, please, proofreading! It's not that difficult. I know that I struggle sometimes, but come on. This is your job. I suppose. Taking her under their heel. Unfortunately for them, they soon discover that not only is Yumiko an amazing gambler, she's also not one to take such personal slights laying down. Really appealing anime homens here. God damn. Shield is pretty funny, not gonna lie. The art style is also really nice. Really nice. Really nice. Oh man. If my favorite series, Kakegurui, has been translated into an anime, a live-action TV drama, and a pair of live-action films, all of which have been produced in Japan. This seems easy enough to make a live-action out of it. But once again, Netflix. It's bad. And now, thanks to Netflix, the manga will be able to add live-action Western TV series with its history of adaptations. This is not a badge of honor, okay? This is an ill omen, to say the least. I don't want to go down too much for the grand reveal. For May 30th, exclusive from the Hollywood Reporter's Ethan Vlessing, with a V. Interesting. The episode live-action TV adaptation of Kakegurui, which rather than bearing the series' original name, will instead be titled Bet, is now in development at Netflix. Helmed by writer and showrunner Simon Barry, doesn't sound familiar to me, and Canadian production studio Bolt Rocker Media, Canadian, red flag. Bet will star Miku Martinu, Kate 2021, okay. Ayo, Solanki, Ayo, Almost Unsolved 2023, Eve Edwards, Departing School Murders, Alexandrova, A Million Little Things, Hunter Cardinal from A Raven's Song, Anwen Autriskel from You Can Live Forever, Aviva Mangello from One Up, and Ryan Sutherland did for Cry. Only Sutherland sounds familiar because of Kiefer Sutherland, I guess he's from the same family. I know most of them are in the acting business. I think that was the family. As of writing, Netflix has yet to confirm which role each respective actor will be portraying. However, it is currently assumed that the Japanese Martin. Okay, hold up. I'm not an expert here. By saying the Japanese Martineau, it is a little bit of an overstatement. Yes, Miku sounds really Japanese. Holy shit, Hatsune Miku, for example. This is French. This is a French star name. What do you mean? Sure. Hafu, Japanese Hafu. Will play Yumeko, while the African American Solanke and Edwards will. Three typos here! What's happening? Respectively star as race-swapped versions of Yumeko's gambling partner, Mary So Tommy, and their unlucky friend, Ryota Susui. I'm not gonna be here going for the DNA research, but you cannot tell me this woman looks Japanese. She looks somewhat Asian, sure. She doesn't look Japanese. Look at the eyes, look at the lips, come on. Come on now. Actually, the lower part of her face and the lips look extremely French, which makes sense. And there's European. Western European? She doesn't look Germanic at all, I don't think. Japan. Yeah, Japan makes sense. Production on Bad is currently underway in Toronto. Excuse me. In Tortono, not Toronto. Tortono. Meanwhile, Kakiguru's aforementioned creators, Komoto and Nomura, have yet to offer public comment on this latest adaptation of their work. God damn. And got it, the massive majority of movies and shows that do this to previous works fails. Yeah, they do. I know. I know. But it's Canada, okay? It's Canada. And this is pure DI bullshit. Not gonna lie, this is pure DI bullshit. I remember researching a bunch of stuff. It was March or something like that. And if you looked at all the sweet baby nonsense, you might have found a website. Actually, I can bring that up. I can bring that up because it's not random at all. It's not a coincidence that all of this is California and Canada. It was. Was this the name? This was the name. I remember this. Was the FAQ? It was here somewhere. It's been a while, I don't quite remember. Yeah, Sweet Baby Ink and other stuff like that ruins anything they touch. It is so bad, man. It is so bad. They had some stuff here. That's not it. Oh man. They had a site here. Investment, no. Grants, no. I don't think they removed it because this site didn't get that much destruction. I think this is correct. Yes, this is correct. This is correct. Let me bring this up. So I need to recap this a little bit, but that's okay. This is from Weird Ghosts, which is pretty much the parent company for Ghost Baby, Baby Ghost, something like that, which is the parent company of Sweet Baby. Technically, Weird Ghosts just gives money to the other companies, but that doesn't matter at the moment. And they have on their website other funding opportunities for DEI bullshit. You have a huge list. When I went through this back in February, March, they had most of this was outdated because yeah, it's 2024 or something from 2023. It's gonna be expired. But you have a massive amount of funding programs for this bullshit in different provinces and regions in Canada. You have a bunch in Alberta, British Columbia, General Canada, Edmonton, Manitoba, Newfoundland and Labrador, Nova Scotia, Ontario, Prince Edward Island, Quebec, Saskatchewan, Southwestern Ontario, and Toronto. And most of these, not all of them, but a huge majority, you see, oh, Government of Canada. You see, oh, Government of PEI, that's Prince Edward Island. You have Ontario Creates, which is actually from the government too. I remember looking at this. Government of Nova Scotia, Government of Newfoundland and Labrador, Government of Manitoba. They're doing this because they get free money. It's just we need an excuse to make something, even if it's going to fail spectacularly, because we get free money from the government, quote unquote free money. But yes, that's pretty much what's happening. So every time you see Canada, it's gonna be bad. And I want to take a quick look here because I don't remember if they mentioned the studio. Okay, let's see. Just Netflix, I guess. Well, Netflix, Canada. 2 + 2 = 4. I'm still looking though, just in case. Nah, they didn't mention anything. It's just Netflix, but Canada. So there we have it. Let's bring this up. With the money they get from the government, they end up losing more, like the studio who's probably going to shut down from the terrible Batman game they just released. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Actually, it's kind of funny. We've seen what's the proper terminology again? Ah, shit, I don't remember. I'm blank a little bit. There's studio, like the one who made the newest Saints Row. Yeah. I've seen that. Such a massive flop. Yes, but we've seen studios shutting down. We've seen big companies, tech companies in general, having to quote unquote release a big part of their working force because yes, it's not enough. So I can only assume that it's not just for the money. They actually believe the stuff they're saying. So there's that. Also, I remember reading some stuff too on a lawsuit in, was it Texas, I think, against some DI bullshit. And you have Larry Fink being like, how dare you? How dare you? We're doing the right thing. You know what? We don't care. We can get more money from the people that work with us. And that sounds spicy. They have a lot of money, but they're losing too much. There's also another issue with this, at least in my opinion. I don't remember which game it was. I remember reading that recently. They had like a 200 million USD budget for the game, and the game flopped. That is a huge amount of money. There's a huge amount of money they're not getting back. And how the fuck do you need that much money to make a game? I mean, sure, some games maybe. I don't think you need that amount for most games, especially if you don't even know if you can get that money back. As some people say, this is probably the new gaming crash, and honestly, I'm all for it. Dude. Couldn't happen to better people. It's wild. It has been wild for a couple of years already, and it's just accelerating at this point. Let's see here, the elder bit of the comments from Jesus Christ. My predictions. Atkinson producer says, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Racist. Nobody watches it. Cancelled after one season. Antithesis and producer blames fans for not watching it. Huh! Like with Doctor Who. In Benjamin Shock. American adaptation without an entirely Japanese cast? That's outrageous. You're a racist pig. Stop lying through your keyboards. I don't know, there might be many layers of sarcasm here. I don't know. Let's see. Apparent proof that their respectful handling of One Piece was more of a fluke. Not really. The people who enjoyed One Piece, and people who know about it from Wikipedia, and a few glimpses from the anime. But as a long-time fan, I can tell you that Netflix messed up more than they got right. Yeah, apparently. Sounds like another DI project that's DOA. Yes. Another dead on arrival shit. But guys, One Piece live action is good! If you trust on Netflix, the company that brought you Cuties and Black... Wait, I don't think this should be a question. You trust on Netflix, the company that brought you Cuties and Black Cleopatra? What happens next is on you. Don't give money to companies run by cultural Marxists declaring hatred of you. Stop it. True. That really irritates me. If it's something Japanese or from any country like this situation, leave it be. That'd be the way it was written. Yeah, I completely agree, but... What was it? Didn't then try to do things like Korean remakes in America, and it is bad. It's very bad. You had the stuff like that Shogun series that released not that long ago, and you had people actually asking, but where are the black people? And I was just flabbergasted. It's Japan. 16th or 17th century, something like that. There were no black people there. What do you mean? What do you mean? Or years ago, it's been a while, with, I want to say it was Kingdom Come Deliverance, but I always mix that game with another similar one. We're like, what, where's the black people? Where's the black people? I don't fucking know, in Africa maybe? This is Central Europe. In medieval times, what do you mean black people? If you want to make a game with black people, and it's history based, you will have to go to Africa. I don't know what to tell you. It's just propaganda, man. It's just propaganda. Instead of getting depressed, I'd rather laugh at them. Let's fund this from our guy Brutus today. From Activision. That really annoyed me. Yeah, the whole show, Shogun. And they're trying to do that to Kingdom Come Deliverance. There's those directors aren't giving in. Yeah, there's still some people that really go ham with their historical accuracy, right? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Apparently, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is coming out. I've seen that during the Game Fest yesterday. That could be okay. There's some people saying that they have DI now? I have no idea. I will need to look that up. Let's see this from Activision. From today, right? Yeah. Remember when I told that big publishers would eventually have internal DI teams? It has begun. We read about this some time ago when I did the deep dive with all of the ESG and DI nonsense. It was actually a really cool stream, not gonna lie. Team gives us a powerful medium for expressing identity and fostering connection, as they allow us to tell diverse stories and create inclusive spaces where everyone sees themselves reflected. I will never understand that. Yes, I just know that's pure gobbledygook, as they say. It's just pure nonsense. I don't need to see myself reflected in a game. I rarely see myself in a game. I like games when they are interesting, when they have interesting stories, interesting characters, and interesting gameplay. Actually, if I were to see literally myself in a game, it would probably be really bad. Also, they've infected the GTA series too. They have some form of DEI group or working with one. You started slowly injecting into GTA, even in 5. Holy shit, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that. So I guess people were justified when they were heavily criticizing the trailer or teaser or whatever that they released a while back for 6. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Well, not buying stuff is actually really easy. That's all I can say. And I understand that it sucks for the fans, you know, but there's so much we can do. There's just so much we can do. And voting with your wallet, it's probably the best weapon we have. And to celebrate LGBTQ plus community during Pride Month in the US. It's not only in the US, but I guess US is just the West at this point. This year, with our theme, Power and Pride, we're reminded of the strength and unity that comes from embracing our true selves, supporting one another, and telling our stories in everything we do. Ooh, that sounds so bad already. Our stories in everything we do. No wonder we don't have impressive authors nowadays with immortal works. Probably the last one was Tolkien, to be fair, and it's been a while since he passed away. But in modern times, no, everything has to be me. You cannot have anything that is truly a true work of art, a true immortal story. Change yourself in what you do can make all the difference in how you show up. Huh? With representation being a key pillar of our inclusive games design, IGT, they are changing the names, they keep changing the names! Efforts were even more compelled to ensure all forms of different identities and lived experiences. I fucking hate that term. It's so bad. By showcasing our games authentically. So the ways we've approached this at Activision, I guess they had to be... They need diverse breast milk. Was Activision breast, right? So the ways we've approached this at Activision is through the view of Activision's first non-binary character, Cat Bat from Crash Team Rumble. Cat Bat is also voiced by a gender-fluid actor who uses all pronouns. All pronouns? All of them? Holy shit! They can never get mad then. Why do you need a non-binary character? I don't think people care about that stuff when they're playing fucking Crash Bandicoot, you know? Also, it's also voiced by a gender-fluid actor. Well, you fucked up. You fucked up a little bit, I believe. Gender-fluid, but you said actor. Is that neutral, or is that male? Who fucking cares? Is the actor good? Yes? Cool. I don't care who you fuck, okay? As long as you're not fucking over your customers. It's that simple to understand. As you'll hear in our next Press Pause episode airing on June 12th, that's in a couple of days, representation in our games sends the message that people from all backgrounds and identities are invited to play. So you're telling me that only Italian Americans were able to play Super Mario games, even though the games are Japanese? Huh? It doesn't make any sense. It's just pure bullshit. Not just a spin bullshit. Check out our inclusive game design resources in our DE&I SharePoint site, including an IGT overview course, workshops on authentically representing gender identities, inclusive storytelling, and more. I don't want inclusivity. I want good stories. You cannot have good stories if you have inclusivity, because inclusivity is mandated. It's just like in Hollywood. Oh man, most movies are trash. And you wonder why? You wonder why these people have made this entire thing in religion. Pretty much, pretty much. I'd say it's even worse than a religion. They have, that's pretty much the same. Call of Duty team is proud to celebrate Pride Month by offering seven different skins for guns. They just want the money. But it's not just performative at this point, which is wild. This is something similar to this in my company email, and I put it right away to junk, then delete it. Yeah, pretty much. But if you have quotas in absolute everything, how do you expect to be creative? That's not the fun kind of limitation. That's just impositions from above. And they have the guts to tell you, no, this is not quotas. What do you mean? And when I was researching all of that DI bullshit a while ago, it's literally quotas. Like it or not, it's literally quotas. Because, oh man, the minorities are not good enough. What a racist thing to say. And actually, let me bring something up that I don't have on tap, but I've seen on them Twitters. I hope I can find it with a quick search. Holy shit, from 2021? This is even worse than what I was expecting. Might not be this one. It might not be this one. Doesn't have a date. I will look that up on Twitter then. Oh, holy shit. I know how to write, I promise. DQI instead of DEI. Mess up sometimes, please understand. From fucking Elon Musk? Let's see. No, it's not that one. Planet of memes, Jesus Christ. No. Ah, man. From Rumble, is this a video? It is a video. Fuck me. And I'm watching a video. Show more. Do you have a link here? No. Damn it. Okay, but at least they have the name of the place. So it goes like this. Failing tests, perhaps. Oh yeah, from Fox News. Jeez, that's gonna be interesting. Fox News Radio. No, what are you doing? Just give me the text, dude. Just give me the text. Does this have text? Loading content. Oh man. I still access one more article for free. You know what? Sure, I will take this one. Sure, I will take this one. So this, we close this. This is actually really bad. Half of UCLA med students fail basic tests since lowering standards for minorities. Do not get sick. Do not get injured. Professionals nowadays, not as good as before. You will probably have better luck calling your local witch doctor. And I'm not joking. UCLA med students fail basic tests at a rate of 50% more since lowering standards for minorities. That's a long article, actually. The University of California, Los Angeles Medical School has a staggering 50% fail rate on basic medical tests after the school lowered admissions standards for minorities. This stuff will only make people more racist. But they are justifying it, which is not exactly something that they should be doing. It was once extremely difficult and academically competitive to get admitted into UCLA, the Geffing School of Medicine. The acceptance rate is about 1.3% out of roughly 14,000 applicants, which is per low. One of the states shut down the gifted class for the high IQ students because it was majority white and Asian. They call it racist. They call it racist. Oh man. Numbers are just like kryptonite for these people. It's absolutely wild. I remember that thing that... I think I saw that through a PewDiePie video a long time ago. I don't remember. You had a trans couple, trans men and trans women, that they were having a kid. And the trans woman was saying that, oh, I cannot produce milk. Reality is so transphobic. And that's just like a hit to your face. Because you're stunned there. What do you mean? What do you mean by this? Reality! Oh man! Reality! The discrimination in reality! It is wild. It is wild, and you can only pray for that kid. Sadly. In November 2021, the school dropped its admissions requirement to accommodate a black girl who had grades far lower than required cutoff, setting a new precedent for minorities. If her grades were far lower than the required cutoff, why did they admit her? The answer is obvious, but it doesn't make any sense. If she had the proper grades, but not enough money, well, yeah, there's always, how do you call that again? Some help from the government, right? Or from the university in this case. But they had to be good grades. And a report from the Washington Free Beacon, not Bacon, I almost read that, shows data from UCLA, David Geffen School of Medicine, exams, and recounts multiple interviews with admissions officials and faculty for sounding the alarm on the med school's DEI, track record, and alleged affirmative action. Well, yes, DEI and affirmative action are literally the same, make no mistake about it, which is considered a crime in both state and federal legislation. Yeah? Yeah. Affirmative action DI is literally a crime. Federal-wise. Funny. But they can disguise that with some sort of legal trick and... well, it doesn't count, okay? It doesn't count. But on paper, illegal. It is literal discrimination. After all, the data displayed in graph form, the green bar is pass rate, the red is fail rate, shows about 50% failing grades for standardized tests on emergency medicine, family medicine, internal medicine, neurology, and pediatrics. Nationally, the fail rate of these tests is only about 5%. A stark contrast, as they say. People will die if doctors misdiagnose patients, and even if you have a really good doctor, they can still make mistakes. Okay, that happens sometimes. But with this, holy shit, dude, it's bad. It's really bad. Eligible students are required to have taken advanced science courses in undergrad, maintain a 3.8 GPA, and scored in the 88th percentile on the Medical College Admissions Test, MCAT. However, in 2021, arose a case that compelled Dean of Admission, Jennifer Lucero. Yeah, that doesn't sound that American to me. And pointed in 2020, say no more. Very certain exceptions could be made for a female black student. I hope they tell us more about these certain exceptions. Students' grades were well below the medical school's requirement, and other members of the admissions committee staunchly disapproved of the move. The sir said the applicant's scores shouldn't matter because of the groups she represents as a black woman. Oh, it doesn't matter that she's bad at, at medicine, or at least not good enough, because she's black woman. What the hell? They're being literally racist. Jesus Christ. It's happening, but it's good. Did you not know African American women are dying at a higher rate than everybody else? Said Lucero, according to some community members who disclosed the matter to the Beacon. Yeah, and? I mean, let's assume that is right, because I don't know. Why does it matter? What kind of supernatural powers have black women have? I mean, that they can especially treat and save the lives of other black women. Is this a really strange case of black magics? I don't understand what they're implying here, but it is wild to say that, yes, only black women can treat other black women. I think they're still human, okay? I still think that a normal doctor can treat them properly. California. California. The thing is that high scores should not be a top priority because we need people like this in the medical school. Sure? I don't know, man. I'd rather have people that are good at their job, once again. California allowed affirmative action in 1996, with the University of California defining it as the prohibition of state entities from using race in public employment, public contracting, and public education. The US Supreme Court banned it in 2023. I remember that. As Lucero's insistence on discussing explicitly in the admission process that prompted some admissions officers to bring the matter to other committee members. We are not consistent in the way we apply the metrics to these applicants. This is troubling, writing officially in an email obtained by the Beacon. Okay, so they're against DEI, some of them, I assume. I wonder if this applicant had been a white male or an Asian female, for the matter, whether we would have had that much discussion. No, absolutely not. Which is funny, because I've seen people literally recommending students from India and whatnot that when they try to apply to a university, self-identified as African American, even if it's wrong, because them being Asian, even if they have high scores, high grades and whatnot, they're probably not good enough. So, look at me, I'm black people, and it works. I've seen some cases of that working, which is so strange to me. Do you remember what someone said so long ago? I wish for people to be judged by their content of their character and not the color of their skin. Well, how the turntables. And university officials, including faculty and the Discrimination Prevention Office, expected the publication about multiple similar instances of admissions under Lucero's leadership that prioritized diversity over merit. Look. Give me the white supremacist doctor if that guy has better grades, okay? I don't care. I'd rather live. One former admission staff said admitting students based on race has turned UCLA into a failed medical school. 50% of failing tests. Yes, literally. We want racial diversity so badly, we're willing to cut corners to get it, they said. Yeah, nice admission at least. I have students on the rotation who don't know anything. People getting and they struggle, a current admissions official said. I wouldn't normally talk to a reporter, but there's no way to stop this without embarrassing the medical school, said the UACL faculty member. USCL dropped from the 6th to the 18th place in rankings of US schools. Yeah, no wonder. Take a look at the comments here if they have anything. Oh yeah, they have some stuff. This all started with giving out trophies to all the participants, not just the winner. DEI didn't earn it. That is, there's a nice translation in operation here. And now we're back to the talking natural medicine issue. Taking, not talking, what the hell? Taking natural medicine issue. And yes, with that, you're going to be hurt. And if it didn't work for you. Yep. California was a Mexican territory. It's undergoing a remexicanization. And predicting that once it is crushed under its billions of dollars in unfunded liabilities, law and order will fail. And it will become an autonomous state in free association with Mexico. That is a nice fanfiction, not gonna lie. I don't want these minorities to be my doctor if they're not qualified. Pretty much, it's not because they're black, it's because they're useless. And it's not that they're useless because they're black, it's just they are not good enough. Some people are not good enough, and that's okay. But we all are good enough, and we all are going to make it. We only have to channel the spirit of my man, Shinzo Abe. Holy shit. Sometimes I'm a little bit jealous of Japan. Sometimes they have some weird stuff too. I'm still a little bit on the fence with this. Tokyo dating app to promote marriage. Keep out phonies. This is from the Asahi Shimbun. It's in English, so I decided to get this one, which is the original, instead of some other stuff that was a direct. It was making direct reference to this. To promote marriage and address the chronically low bitrate, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government is releasing its own dating app, with an emphasis on strictness to prevent problems associated with other matchmaking services. It's bad out there, okay? It's bad. A new fee-based app, operated by a private contractor, is expected to become available this summer. Well, I guess, yeah, early September is still summer. It is rare for a local government to develop a matchmaking app, Tokyo officials said. The Tokyo Metropolitan Government has allocated 200 million yen, that's about 1.28 million USD, in its budget for fiscal 2023 and 300 million yen for fiscal 2024 for the dating app and other marriage promotion projects. The app's registration process will be through. In addition to photo ID, users will have to provide an income certificate and show they are single through their family register or other official document. Well, that will only work to say that you are single in the case of not being married, but if you have someone on the side, yeah, that's not good enough. It's still something that you have to work with what they have. I understand, I get it. Users will also be required to enter 15 items of personal information, including height, educational background, and occupation, which will be disclosed to potential matches. An interview with the app's operators will be mandatory for registration. On top of that, users will be required to sign a pledge stating that they are using the app to find a marriage partner, rather than seeking a casual relationship. Tokyo officials said the demanding requirements are needed to prevent credibility problems that have plagued existing dating apps run by private operators. It's been kinda bad in the past almost decade with this. There are many individuals interested in marriage but unable to find a partner. We want to provide support. Hell yeah. Tokyo officials said, we hope that this app, with its association with the government, will provide a sense of security and encourage those who have been hesitant to use traditional apps to take the first step in their search for a partner. They can make it. They can make it like this. Hopefully. A 2021 survey by Mitsubishi UFG Research and Consulting Co. Corporation found that 60% of dating app users reported misrepresentation of marital status, false profiles, and other issues with potential matches. From what I'm seeing, cheating is wild in Japan. You wouldn't think about it, but it is actually really wild. If you're a Westerner and you go to Japan, you will have women in their 30s and 40s flirting with you and wanting to fuck you. Literally have sex, okay? I'm not saying anything different than that. Even when they're married and they don't care. Apparently. So... it's bad. It's bad. Okay, where was I? That's surprising. It is surprising. It is surprising. I've seen some reports. It's the internet, so always with a grain of salt of a Westerner guy that just had sex with many women in Japan because he was a Westerner. So it is exotic. And apparently he never used protection, so chances are he has some kids already without him knowing. Which is, it is a little bit depressing if you think about it. But we should be better than that, okay? Marrying? Good. Fucking around? Degenerate. We don't do that here. We shouldn't do that here. At least. Nevertheless, dating apps remain increasingly popular. According to a survey by Meiji Yasuda Life Insurance Co. last fall, dating apps and workplace encounters are the most common way for couples to meet. Yep, that's messed up. It is messed up. It is messed up. Once again, internet. Take it with a grain of salt, but it is at least believable. The apps count for 25% of couples who married within a year. I mean, it is Japan. They work a lot, so it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Especially nowadays, if you see, even in the West, the data for how couples meet, it's mostly through the internet. Which makes sense. I don't understand how they do it, but if it works for them, that's beautiful. Pakistan marriage rates for 50-year-old people are the highest in the country, at 32% for men and 24% for women. Jesus Christ. However, 67.4% of Tokyo residents who want to get married are not actively looking for a partner, according to a 2021 survey by the metropolitan government. It's just the same as in the West, but it's probably worse in Japan, because they have some of the same problems. Like, yes, economy is fucked, and both of them have to work. But in Japan, when women marry, they want to stop working, which makes sense, right? Okay, you married now, it's time to make baby. And if you want to make baby, you need someone at home to take care of the baby. So, the mother makes sense. But most people don't make enough money on their own to provide for a family, so it is fucked up. It is fucked up. Especially knowing that Japan is way more traditional than the West, at least currently. So, it's just a case of, yeah, I don't think we're good enough. And it is sad, but it is understandable. It is understandable. I wouldn't go here on a tangent how the big families from America, like fucking Rothschild and the Ford and the Rockefeller, maybe not the Rothschild actually, just fucked up the economy, convincing women to, you should work and realize yourself through working. Oh, it's so good. No, it sucks. Why would you want to do that? It sucks. Nobody wants to work. Why would you paint yourself like this? And now you see the current state of affairs, and holy shit, man. And it's bad, but on both sides. About 90,000 babies, my bad, were born in Tokyo in 2022, a 15.2% drop from a decade earlier. Tokyo Governor Yuriko Koike said the low marriage rate is a major factor contributing to the decline in births. Well, obviously. Low marriage, all related to bad economy. cookie also justified the app's income certificate requirement, saying it's an indicator to assess a potential match and help users envision a future together. I understand where they're coming from, but it could be bad for some people too. What can you do, honestly? There's always gonna be tiers of stuff. It's bad. Tokyo officials stress they do not intend to create barriers for users based on income level. Thank you. I will trust the government of Tokyo a little bit. However, the requirement may work against some male users. Generally speaking, men with low incomes are less likely to find a partner on dating apps. In such cases, women, at the end of the day, are always looking for someone that provides, said Saki Ito, who runs the dating app review website Matchup. Female users of dating apps tend to seek men with higher incomes, Ito added. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of... Oh my god. Of dating apps. It's just like a mid-market. Not a big fan of that. While acknowledging that Tokyo's new app may appeal to those seeking a secure, reliable platform, Ito argued that government should prioritize policies that raise incomes and incentivize marriage through economic benefits, which is also a fair point. At the end of the day, the government can only do so much to raise income if you live in a free country, right? Capitalist or free market, whatever you choose to refer to that. And I don't really know what YouTube is trying to tell me, but I've been getting some recommendations lately with MGTOW stuff, MGTOW, men going their own way. And I understand that in principle, because yes, I do believe that doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, you should go your own way. But that means you trying to be yourself. Literally yourself. Not trying to kowtow to some sort of social norms that make no sense, especially nowadays, to random people's expectations and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I cannot agree with FGTAO because it's not really the case, right? I don't want to say they hate women, no, but they come out as a little bit vindictive still. They're like, oh yes, women are suffering, wah wah wah, so sad. It's not your time to suffer. They are also really into the pump and dump, which I think is absolutely degenerate. So my only advice here would be yourself, do the things that you like doing, and try to find someone that is authentic too. You can find someone with maybe not the same, but at least similar values to you. Oh, all women are terrible. Oh, all men are terrible. That is not true. That is not true. I've just seen good men. Yes, there are good men out there still. There are some good women out there still. They're probably in hiding, I will not lie, but they're still out there. So do not give up, okay? Do not give up. Just do the thing. Just marry and make baby. That's the only thing we can ask here. I understand, man. I understand. Things are messed up, but we can make it, okay? We can make it. Gonna be rough, but we can make it. Anyway, I think this is everything I have for today. So it's time for me to take my leave. I'll come back on Monday with some more Sandland. Once again, anniversary stream on Thursday. I have been working on some stuff for that. I've been wrestling a little bit with Unity. But I managed to do something. That's what I was doing. And thank you for coming, man. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And well, that's all from me today. So y'all are gonna make it, but I will see you soon. And until then, take care.